You talk to anyone who lives outside one of the outer ring suburbs, they're like, no way I'm going to downtown. That's the problem now the city's dealing with.
Mm-hmm. And Jonathan, who are you for the people here in the chat that are wondering?
So I'm an independent journalist and also a senior fellow with Discovery Institute. We're a think tank based just a few blocks away, and what we focus on is primarily solutions to homelessness, the fentanyl epidemic, and the mental health crisis that is, again, destroying the streets of America.
Mm-hmm. So have you always been, has the city of Seattle always been important to you, or has it just been recently that you've decided to become a journalist, a citizen journalist, and show people what's actually happening here?
Yeah, I worked in corporate media for 20 plus years. I worked for ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, so on and so forth. But just in the past couple of years, I made the pivot to this independent space because I realized mainstream media is not covering this crisis. And when I actually got onto the streets here and started talking to people and started recording what was happening, I'm like, most of America has no idea this type of stuff in terms of overdoses, people literally living on the streets, people being, sex trafficked in tents. Most of America has no idea this is happening. So I realized I got to stay here until this is resolved.
Fiona, York, Poverty Pimp, is keeping people in tent, and I find out tent cities are also trafficking cities. What a horrible people these people were, Fiona.
There's people screaming there every night. I've heard it for myself. The city's trying to cover it up, trying to get everybody out of here because they know there's people in those fucking bins.
I was here at Crab Park when this lady was screaming. It blew my mind. Fiona, York. 28 poverty pimps were fighting to keep 7 men, keeping our fresh air park away from us downtown East Side, where we suffer poo, urine, and fentanyl fumes on a daily basis. One place that we could have fresh air. And I went to protest, having 7 men holding up a huge park. Oh, dangerous. I had a tent city underneath me in one building, but I lived downtown East Side, and they are dangerous. Nobody can tell me that they're not dangerous. And in fact, in Vancouver, Sarah Bly would tell women here at Open Rapeheimer Park that they weren't allowed to complain about rape. So this is disgusting that all these poverty pimps heard this woman scream. They didn't say anything. They kind of laughed on social media, on X, but not one word to stand up for these people. There was 3 of us there against the 7 men at the park, wanting our park back, Crab Park, by the ocean with fresh air. I'm absolutely pissed off more than before at these poverty pimps that ruin our neighborhood from the government-funded poverty pimps. Is the government involved in trafficking? That's what I want to know.